Welcome to this session, Copilot Studio demo. Let's move on so we can actually get to the actual demo. This picture is from Finland, so greetings from snowy Finland. This is taken today while I was taking a walk earlier. Now it's already dark outside, but looks quite nice. So who am I? I'm Terho Antila. I'm Microsoft MVP since 2021. I have a little work change happening, so I'll be starting in a startup called Lokoda in March. I have also been presenting here earlier. I was demonstrating the Planner Gantt chart app that you can use to look at your planner plans in a Gantt chart view. So you can use these QR codes to connect with me and download the Gantt chart app for you as well. Moving on. So let's talk about Copilot Studio agents. The idea of this presentation is that they are more than just information retrieval. So let's take a look what I have prepared. So let's take a look at the demo case. I created a model-driven app for a customer to plan project resourcing. Here at the bottom, you can see the simplified data model. So we have project resource allocation, and then we have a person attached to that allocation. And I'll turn on my cursor highlight as well. So I also created a Copilot Studio agent as a learning project. So this is nothing the customer actually asked for, but I did it anyways, and they loved it. So what features does that agent have? Well, obviously it can provide information on projects, people, and allocations, but you can also use the agent to create new projects. You can allocate a person to a project, and as a bonus, you can also generate graphs. So let's take a look at the actual demo. So here is the Copilot Studio screen, and I have some ready-made prompts here on my notepad. I'll just copy-paste them here on the test panel. So how many projects are there in total? This agent is using Dataverse as a knowledge. So it has few tables provided as a knowledge, and it uses those to fetch information regarding the projects, allocations, and people. So it answers that there are a total of 8 projects in the system, and we can actually validate that by looking at the actual model-driven app. Let's refresh the view. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have 8 projects in the system. Okay. Now, interesting demo effect is going to happen now when I ask that which one is starting next. So let's see what the agent actually answers. The next project starting is Asteria implementation on October 30th, 2024. That's interesting since it's already February 25. So let's type that considering now is 19th of February 2025. Okay, that looks a little better. Now it got the date right. Okay, and then I have a longer prompt. So let me just copy paste that here and let's read it through. So basically I'm typing that I received this email and I would like you to create a project for me based on it. And here is the contents of the email. So it says, "Hi Terho, could you please set up a new project called year 2027 preparations. The project should start in June 26 and last to the end of the year. Value stream for the project is MIF. And then there is a project description generated by ChatGPT. So let's hit it and see what happens. Okay, on the left-hand side, we can see that it identified this as an action, and it provided some parameters to the flow, which is the action, and it also already created the project. So the project year 2027 preparation has been successfully created. Let's double check that, refresh this model-driven app, and here we can see that the project is here with the correct start and end date also. All right, now we want to allocate a person to that project. So let's prompt it. I would like to allocate Michael Swan for that project as project manager. I'm not giving enough information for the agent to actually kick off the action, so it will ask me some more information. What percentage of allocation would you like to assign? Please enter a number between 0 and 100. Let's put 40. It's still missing some parameters. No, it's not. It actually got the dates from the project. So the allocation for Michael Swan as project manager has been successfully created. Let's take a look. So let's open this year 2027 preparations project and take a look at here. And we can see that Michael Swan has been allocated to this project with the 40% allocation. Okay, cool. Now let's move on to the reporting side. So just a sec, I'll just type it in. Next, I would like to look at some reports, please. Okay, now we are hitting a topic. So I created a topic for this, and there are 2 reports created for this demonstration. The other one is projects by value stream, and the other one is projects in a Gantt chart. So I want to look at the projects by value stream. So I'll click on that option. Then this takes a little bit time. So I'm not using very performant Power BI capacity workspace. So it takes some time to generate the report image. So basically what's happening in the background is that agent is calling, well, agent already called this topic, and this topic is calling a Power Automate flow, which then calls a Power BI service with the provided parameters. And now the service returned the report as an image, and the agent rendered it for the user. And as we can see, it's real time. We have 2 + 4 + 3 projects in this report. So that's all the 9 projects that we have in the system. So the Power BI report is configured to use direct query. That means that we didn't have to wait for any refresh schedule to happen. All the numbers are fetched from the Dataverse in real time when the report is generated. Okay, so that was the demonstration of the agent. And since we have a couple of minutes left, we can take a look at how the agent is built. So if we take a look at the overview screen, I'm giving it some instructions. These are important guidance for the agent. Always when you start creating, excuse me, Copilot Studio agents, it's very important that you provide clear instructions to describe how the agent should answer to the user. And I have this orchestration toggle enabled. This means that the agent is allowed to determine when he thinks that it's a good place to call an action or a topic. So the generative AI makes that decision for the user. And as I already mentioned, there's Dataverse. Some Dataverse tables are lifted as knowledge for the agent. Let's take a look at these actions here. So I have two Power Automate flows created as actions for the agent. One is to create a new project, and the other one is to allocate a person to a project. If we take a look at the create project action, I'm clicking on it, you can see how the actions are basically configured. So I created the Power Automate, and then I lifted it as an action for the agent. And when I did that, I was able to see all my trigger parameters of that Power Automate flow as input fields here. And these are something that you need to pay attention to when you create those actions, because generative AI uses this description here to determine what kind of information the agent should extract from the dialogue, from the context to that parameter. So this agent was really low code. There's no power effects even or anything. It's something that it's quite simple, but it demonstrates how versatile agents you can actually create. It's not just information retrieval. You can also generate images. You can do stuff in the backend systems, create records and stuff like that. So I think that was my demonstration.